Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a good day. It is Wednesday, January 6th, and today I am back with a video. Today we're going to be talking about a few upcoming week winter storms that are going to be hitting the south. We're going to be talking about those in today's video. So thank you guys for 242 subscribers. Thank you guys for that. And by the end of January, my goal is to hit 250, which I'm going to be posting every day, or I'm going to try my best to. So thank you guys for 242 subscribers. But let's get started with the video. So right now, we're going to start off by looking at the GFS model. We're going to start looking at what we could be potentially be seeing. So if you guys watched my video yesterday, we do have a winter storm that's going to be affecting areas of the higher elevations of the Appalachians and areas of North Carolina with some decent snow. So we're going to be talking about that. That's going to be happening Thursday and Friday. So you can see as we go out in the GFS, this is Thursday evening. Our low is in central Alabama. We don't really have much snow going on. A few snow showers potentially mixing in the northern side of this, and maybe areas of northern Tennessee, central Kentucky. And we do start to have some snow, though, coming into areas like northeast Georgia and the higher elevations into western North Carolina. But then as we go into early Friday morning, we have very heavy snow in areas of western North Carolina and northern South Carolina. And then we do have a little bit of snow potentially to mix in on the backside areas of central and eastern Tennessee. Nothing extremely significant. And as we go into Friday morning now, our storm system moves off the coast and we lose a little bit of moisture, but we do still have some moderate to light snow in areas of northern South Carolina, North Carolina, and southern Virginia. And then as we go later, this is Friday afternoon. We lose a lot more moisture. We just have a little bit of leftover light snow showers in areas of North Carolina, Virginia, southern West Virginia, and northeastern Tennessee. Then by Friday evening, though, we could have some snow mixing in maybe areas of eastern North Carolina, mainly north central to maybe northeastern North Carolina. We could have a chance of some snow mixing in. And let's take a look at total accumulations with the GFS. We're going to look at the Cherry ratio. So you can see total accumulations with the GFS. They are pretty significant in some areas of western North Carolina, where we have areas of around 6 inches in some areas. So around a half a foot, maybe up to around 8 to 10 inches if you're really lucky. With the GFS. Now let's see what the European is saying. So we go out. This is Thursday evening. Yeah, our low is in central Alabama. Sorry, we have maybe some wintry mix in areas of northern Alabama, North Georgia, southern Tennessee, and snow starting to come into the higher elevations. And as we go later, we have some heavy snow in western North Carolina. We have a little bit more snow, though, in areas of Tennessee and Kentucky. And then Friday morning, though, we have not very heavy, but pretty heavy snowfall happening in western North Carolina, northern South Carolina, and that area. And then Friday afternoon, we lose moisture. We still have a little bit of moderate snow left over. And then by Friday evening, though, we actually have some wintry mix happening as far south as central South Carolina. And the low moves off. So it's a little bit less chances of snow for people in this area. But a lot more, really, for a lot of areas. And that's how it's been. So let's say what the European actually has. So we're going to go out to we can see we have a lot more snow at the European, though. Now, some of these numbers could be overdone due to the fact that this is the 10-to-1 ratio. So some of these numbers will be overdone a little bit. But we can see we have areas in western North Carolina could see almost a foot if the European does happen. And we'll have a little bit more snow in the areas like Raleigh with around half an inch to an inch. And we have some snow in northern South Carolina. Now, the GFS, though, is different, of course. We just have we don't have snow as far south, a ton of snow as far west. We actually have some decent snow happening in eastern Tennessee. And it's a little bit less snow. So we're going to have to see what happens by tomorrow. And then that'll really be our last video before this winter storm actually happens. So some areas of western North Carolina could see 8 to 12 inches potentially. Now the European, if you like snow, you want the European to happen. because the European does show more, and that's how it's been for the past couple of days. Now, let's talk about our next winter storm, because this is our little southeastern one, Thursday and Friday. And then we have this. So we can see this is Saturday evening. We have a little bit of mountain snow in areas of Colorado, New Mexico, and the panhandles of Texas and Oklahoma. Then as we go into Sunday morning, this moves further south. We have our low pressure kind of in northern Mexico, South Texas. And we do have some light to moderate snow in areas of northern Texas, like Wichita Falls and Lubbock and Amarillo, and kind of that area. And then this is actually Sunday afternoon now. We have moderate snow mixing in the northern side of this, kind of in northern Texas by Dallas. So we'll have to see about Dallas though. And then by Sunday evening, we don't have as much cold air to work with. The high pressure is really too far to the northwest. Our high is in eastern Idaho, so a little bit too far north. But we do have enough to work with. We could see some snow mixing in areas in northern Louisiana, southern Arkansas, northeastern Texas. And then by 060, we still have a little bit of some patches of snow mixing in. Then by 12Z, we have some snow on the northern side. Then as this gets into the southern Appalachians again, we have snow in Tennessee, western North Carolina, North Georgia, North South Carolina, and then moves into the Atlantic. So yeah, that'll be our second winter storm. Let's actually take a look at accumulations with this. So we're going to use. Oh, we can only use the 10 to 1 on tropical tidbits. So kind of sucks. So some of these numbers could be overdone. Keep that in mind. You can see with that and our little western North Carolina event, we're going to have Thursday and Friday. We can see we do have a little bit of snow across northern Texas, southwestern Oklahoma. Nothing really extremely significant, but you could get some locally heavy snowfall of around 3 to 4 inches as of right now. If you are in an area that gets stuck under some of the heavier bands and has enough or cold enough temperatures for it to actually accumulate, and the ground is cold enough. So yeah, we'll have another update on that in tomorrow's video. As we're getting closer to this. This will likely happen Saturday night into Sunday. Now let's look at the long range real quick, because it's looking like the pattern's going to get a little bit more active as we go into mid to late January. We're going to have the polar vortex. You can see this is in front of this little low right here, we have our little upper level low. We have our little Saturday and Sunday storms to bring in a chance of maybe some mixing in of snow. And then we have these two sort of combined, or not combined, but that this one or second one takes over, and then this could actually help to strengthen our surface low for Tuesday afternoon, which could bring potential of some snow, mainly in the Appalachians, or a little bit more snow. And then go out later. So this is around the 15th. This is pretty far out. This is hour 186. This is only around a week out, actually, so not too far out. We can see to look to have two things that look interesting, but nothing significant. We do have a pretty big ridge, though, right here. And yes, so we go later. Now, this would likely be it could be a significant storm system. Not really, though. This does not have a nice tilt to it at all. And we can see, then we have this, and then we will have some more. We will have below average temperatures, though, probably after the 15th to around the 20th, working in the areas of the central and eastern U.S. As you guys can see, this kind of hints at that. And the west has a very big ridge over them. Now, this right here around the 19th could be something potentially big. Now, this is very far out, so just keep that in mind. What we are about to look at will most likely not even happen. It's just an idea on what we could see. So we go out to around that Tuesday. We have a very strong storm system with very cold air behind it in Ohio, associated with that upper level low. And yeah, we go back to this. This is the end of the GFS, so don't trust us. And that is very cold air. or that would bring down some very cool air with this. So yeah. Now, so as we go into mid to late January, we're probably going to see more Arctic intrusions into the northern U.S. and into the central and eastern U.S. And it looks like the West could have a big ridge over them, starting around probably around the 12th or the 13th. The West, there will be a ridge over the West, and the central and eastern U.S.'s pattern will likely get more active. But yeah, that's this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll be back tomorrow afternoon. But yes.